Hey guys, welcome back. I got another update for you on the car. So we're still working on the bodywork. There's still quite a bit left to do. In the last video we left off, the fender was still two pieces. That ended up not working out. There was some stress on the metal over in this area here, and it was causing the fender to kind of pull away from the door a little bit and kind of bow in. So we cut a relief up to the corner marker, and when I did, it just separated, and it was too much. There was too much stress on the metal. So what we ended up doing was cutting another section out, and we used 3 sections of fender. So one section here, another coupe section here, and then the original front and top half of the Evo fender like you saw in the last video. And there's pictures of all that up on the build threads on the various forums this car's on. So you can check that out there. In the meantime, it's actually at the shop right now. All the metal work is done on this fender, so it just needs to be fillered and then primed and painted. So hopefully that'll be done soon. You might notice that this car has a turbocharger on it now. So ended up the final decision was to go ahead and put the 6262 on the shelf for the time being, and it'll be installed later, or I may save it for the next project car, depending on how well I like this setup. But I think this setup will be pretty good. So a while back I bought a Kinugawa thrust bearing, upgraded thrust bearing kit for the stock turbo, and did a full rebuild on the stock turbo. It turned out really well. The quality of the kit was really good. The fitment was good. I didn't have to do any machining on the turbo housing or anything like that to make it all work. It was pretty much a drop in and go. And I was pretty happy with the quality of their kits. So I ended up hopped onto their website, and I bought their 20G compressor housing and wheel kit. So I essentially upgraded the stock turbo to a 20G, which is a pretty slick kit. Really easy to install. I had it done the same day. So that's what we're going to use for the time being anyway. You might notice that the turbo's not all the way on yet. The reason for that is I'm still waiting on my O2 housing to get here. Ended up going with the Muse O2 dump kit. It seems to be a pretty good quality part from what I've read. It's pretty inexpensive, which, since this may end up being a temporary setup, I didn't want to dump a whole lot of money into stock turbo parts. So that's what I've got for now, which it'll work pretty well. The oil return is also done. I used the lines and fittings from the 6262 kit. The only one I had to buy was that 10AN flange fitting up there, which is also from Kinugawa. Fittings are a little worse for wear, but they're okay, so I ended up just using them. And the feed line is work in progress. So M10 by 125 thread adapter to 4AN. And then I'm still waiting for the one on the turbo side to come in. And then I've got the oil filter, which it's pretty rough right now. I'll clean it up. It's an oil filter from the 6262. I had to get a new 90. This 90 was too chewed up. And I'm going to use the 6262 oil line. So get all that done, and that'll be good. I mocked up the Driven Fab catch can that I bought a while back, so that's there. Oh, I've got a fuel pressure regulator installed finally. This has been sitting in my house for like 2 years, and install went pretty well. Everything looks pretty good, so I'll be working on getting those lines done. And then I drilled the holes. They're primed right now. I still got to shoot a little bit of the silver on them here later for the strut tower brace. And then for the back of that, we made this little plate out of heavy gauge steel, and then cut threads in it. So this will sit behind there. That'll give it some bracing. So that'll be good. So Anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much where we're at right now. There's not really a whole lot else to report. Just getting parts installed, basically. So I'll shoot another video once I've got the O2 housing in and everything actually buttoned up on the turbo. And then, yeah, it'll be good. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next time.